Greetings, good people. Happy Friday. It is Friday. It's time for the What the Friday show. Every week, every Friday at 9 or maybe 9:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be going live and I'm going to be talking about all of the shenanigans that have taken place all week and of course anything new that comes up, okay? As you're coming in, please hit the like button. That is your admission fee. All right, it definitely helps the platform. I want to welcome all of the new Royal Family members, aka new subscribers. Welcome. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. All right. So hopefully everybody is getting their notifications. If you're just coming in, I have not started with the topics yet. We're about a minute and some change in. I'm going to wait for these notifications to be sent out. So hopefully you guys are having a fantastic Friday. If not, hopefully I can bring some laughter and some fun into the mix. So on today's lineup, I'm going to be talking about I'm going to be like repetitive, I guess. If you were watching my videos throughout the week, thanks for your support, first of all. But there's some things that I want to bring to the live platform because I want to get your feedback. I want to give it a little bit more energy. So, yeah, so some of it may be repetitive, but it's all right. We're going to have a little fun, okay? And like I said, as you're coming in, hit the like button. I will probably be replaying this. So if you're watching the replay, you missed out, okay? This is live every Friday, 9 or 9:15-ish, okay? Color people time. I'm going to be going live on the platform. Hey, girl. Hey, welcome. Okay, I see you got your notification. Great. Welcome back. See, these are the OG, triple OG Royal Family members. I'm glad you guys are here. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. So we're about 2 minutes and counting. I'm going to wait and let some notifications go out. Who we got on the lineup today? I'm going to be talking about Justin Timber drunk again. Okay, I want to share some more thoughts on him. Iman Shumpert is really grinding my gears. All right, so I'm going to go into that. There's an update with Jonathan Majors. Who else is up? Kendrick Lamar. Did you guys happen to catch his live concert? I did. I didn't watch it in its entirety, but it was very high energy, entertaining. It was great. Who else? Ashanti and Nelly, Wendy Williams. Who else we got on here? Evelyn's daughter is pregnant. It's allegedly by the game. And I just want to point something out because I've given commentary on the game in the past, a couple years ago. And I wonder if people forgot. If they did, I'm definitely going to be reminding them. All right. Who else we got on here? Got a couple of other hot topics sprinkled in between. All right. So we're going to try. Oh, and Kiki Wyatt. Kiki Wyatt allegedly has a new man. Lord have mercy. This is going to be interesting. All right. So, like I said, you're rolling in. Hit the like button. Thumbs up. All right. So, we're about 3 minutes and some change in. I would like to wait till 5 minutes, but my OG triple OGs are in here. Okay. So, we can get it cracking. Now, before we start talking about some of those juicier topics, I wanted to get your opinion on this. Okay. I saw this while I was preparing my notes. This is per the Shade Room. All right. So basically, a Louisiana governor, he signs a law that requires the 10 commandments to be displayed in every public classroom. Did y'all get a chance to see this? Okay, I saw this while I was gathering my notes. So, according to the New York Times, the legislation is part of a wider effort by conservative Christian groups to increase public displays of faith. Okay. Advocates argue that the 10 commandments are not only religious, but also historical, asserting that the directives from God to Moses in Exodus significantly shaped U.S. law. Hold on here. What U.S.? Not these United Ghetto States of America law. The 10 commandments shaped the ones that God gave Moses shaped U.S. law. I beg to differ. I beg to differ. So after the announcement, the governor said, I can't wait to be sued, as he is already aware that this may be challenged by the Supreme Court. Similarly, in 2005, the Supreme Court ruled that the public display of the 10 Commandments in 2 Kennedy County courthouses was similarly unconstitutional. I just have one question. Harpo, who this man? Who's that? That's not the Moses that I read about in the Bible. Who that man? That is not Moses. Okay, I guess so. Look, you know, not to get too political, right? But I do like to give you out some news that you could use. I really don't like these so-called conservatives trying to push this quote unquote Christian narrative. Now, if you want to put the 10 Commandments in the classrooms, then just do that, for historical reasons. But don't try to make it seem like some of you politicians are these devout Christians. I'm going to just leave it at that because I could completely go down a different rabbit hole. All right, let's get to the shenanigans, y'all. Tell me what you think about the 10 Commandments being in a public school, though. I mean, I went to Catholic school, so the 10 Commandments were all up and through. So, all right. This situation has been grinding my gears all week, okay? Iman Shumpert and Tiana, it's bad enough that Iman Shumpert and Tiana Taylor are going through what is shaping out to be a nasty divorce, in my opinion, right? Tiana tried to keep this under wraps as much as possible, but unfortunately, there are a lot of things that are made public. So their divorce trial is going on. This week. I don't remember when they started, but I know I seen people reporting on Twitter, about them being at the courthouse and yada yada, and their divorce trial is going on. Whatever. Iman Shumpert, right? He allegedly wants everything that he gifted Tiana Taylor during their relationship returned. He says, I'm ungifting that condo. Now, here's the thing. Earlier this week, I gave commentary on Iman Shumpert wanting his child support significantly lowered because he is saying that Tiana Taylor makes more money than him, right? And I said, the first time I gave commentary on it, I said this is really deadbeat behavior. And the reason why I said that, like, it's deadbeat talk is what I said specifically. And the reason why I said that is because, sir, Tiana didn't have these kids somewhere in the woods and is asking for your assistance. These are your children too. This man allegedly spends thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars a month or a week on prepared meals, some crap like that. The article that I read at the time broke down his monthly expenses, and he thinks that $9,000 or $10,000 a month is too much. You have 2 children with this woman. This woman was your wife, and I don't understand why you're acting like you shouldn't pay child support at all because Tiana so-called makes more money than you. So what? You're both parents. And I said this before, if the roles were reversed, I would feel the same way. If Tiana was complaining about him making more money or what have you, listen, you need to do what you have to do to come up with a reasonable amount for the 2 of you to take care of your children. You guys chose to have children, and they were born into a particular lifestyle that they've grown accustomed to. And I don't feel like kids unnecessarily have to alter their lifestyle because one parent don't feel that they should pay. It's stupid. It's deadbeat talk. Okay. Someone else in the comments, I wish I would have had screenshotted the comments. Forgive me for not remembering your name, but someone put in the comments in a recent video that Iman Shumpert is in his soft girl era. And when I tell you I squealed, because that was funny. All right. So let's get into this article real quick. All right. So the Jasmine brand, hey, Jasmine girl, exclusively reports that during their latest court hearing, the ex-couple continued to fight over how to split assets and the custody agreement for their children. In addition, insiders claim that Iman Shumpert wants the items he gifted Tiana Taylor during their relationship. Mind you, they were married. Returned now that they're no longer together. He reportedly expressed, give me my jewelry. I'm ungifting that condo. This is so embarrassing, y'all, ain't it? Regarding custody, the former professional athlete wants a week on, week off agreement. However, that may be challenging as their children are minors and Iman Shumpert's work life takes place outside of Georgia, the state where the kids permanently reside. See, this is another instance of deadbeat talk and behavior. I'm not saying he is a deadbeat, but his actions are showing that he's being ignorant. You want what you want for what you want it for. You're not even thinking, okay, how is disrupting the kids' normal way of life going to affect the children? If the kids permanently live in Georgia, where are they supposed, are you planning on buying a house in Georgia to be close to the children for their convenience and their well-being? Of course not. See, this is the foolishness that I'm talking about. Several witnesses testify that Tiana Taylor has constantly offered her ex additional time with their daughters, but he's refused due to his work schedule. What does he do? He's not even in the NBA anymore. What work does he do? I'm not saying that he's not working, but what does he do? Anyway, he allegedly said a 3-day heads up is not enough notice to offer him extra parenting time. See, this is what I'm talking about, deadbeat behavior. You're not trying to do anything in the best interests of these children. Nothing whatsoever. If you want a week on, week off, custody agreement or what have you, why are you not purchasing a property in the state where your kids reside? You expect your kids to be uprooted and switch and move around, and you expect Tiana Taylor to do all these magic tricks, right? Tell me what this sounds like, y'all. This don't sound like deadbeat behavior. This sounds like he's traveling fast down Deadbeat Boulevard. And when I say deadbeat, I don't just mean he's not paying money. A lot of people automatically default and think if someone's a deadbeat, oh, they're not paying. This is not about the money. You're not doing what is in the best interests of your children. And it's really embarrassing. And you're going to regret it. You're absolutely going to regret it. Continuing on, insiders also revealed that Tiana's mother, Nikki Taylor, testified that she's a phenomenal mom who has always been actively involved with her daughters. Tiana allegedly helps the girls with their homework, makes sure their hair is done, of course, and that their clothes are immaculate. She also purportedly teaches the girls how to be well mannered and well behaved. Friends, prior nannies, and the current nanny all agreed with everything Nikki Taylor said. Of course, are we shocked? Shumpert's alleged divorce demands don't end with their children. Sources claim that he wants the judge to give him half of Tiana's royalties from projects before they were married. However, according to Tiana's CPA, Mike Bean, despite claiming he can only pay $8,000 a month in child support, Iman spends, listen to this, y'all, $112,500 per month on his other expenses. So he's complaining that $8,000 a month is too much, and he spends over $100,000 in other expenses. This reportedly includes over $14,000 eating out. Didn't I tell y'all? Over $14,000 on his podcast. What's the name of his podcast? Never heard of it. And over $6,000 on his video music production. So you know what he is telling his children or in the world, telling the world, these expenses that he has on a monthly basis takes precedence over paying $8,000 a month in child support. Hello? Is anybody out there? Is he traveling fast on Deadbeat Boulevard or am I tripping? What y'all got to say, people? A hot mess. A hot mess. It seems that he's trying to break her down emotionally and financially. Yes. And for what? She has children to raise. It don't seem like you're in a, in a haste to do it the right way. This is really unfortunate and sad. Him trying to get marital gifts back is beyond court. You know where they need to take this case, to Judge Judy. To Judge Judy. Right. It's embarrassing. Why would he be entitled to money that she earned before the marriage? This man is delusional. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. And people telling me people asking me, how is he a deadbeat? He traveling fast on Deadbeat Boulevard. Somebody stop him. Okay. All right. So that's one article. And then I think this is the article that I This is it right here. Former NBA star Iman Shumpert wants half of Tiana Taylor's pre-marriage royalties, and his finances are revealed. You know, the only thing that I could think of is drugs. Now, I'm not accusing him of anything, but drugs and mood-altering substances alter your mind and put you in a different state of consciousness, because there ain't no way. He must be doing this to trend. He must be doing this because he's mad. I don't know. This is immature and it's just unbecoming. It's absolutely positively unbecoming. So I wish Tiana Taylor nothing but the best. Obviously she made the right decision by choosing to divorce this clown, because it's not cute. This is so embarrassing. My God. Man, can you man up? Like, seriously, man up and handle your damn responsibilities. All right, speaking of clowns, y'all, let's shift gears, because I don't know, that topic just got me so irritated, because it's like y'all both make money. You make money, dog. Like, what are you doing? You out here acting like a bird, a straight up bird. All right, let me not get ghetto. Speaking of ridiculous, Justin Timber drunk. Now, I shared my thoughts on this. Shout out to all of you who supported and watched the video, but I want to hear your thoughts on this. So Justin Timberlake, he was arrested because he was under the influence, right? So it's being reported that he feels ashamed following his DWI arrest, but does not believe he needs help with his drinking. This is what sources say. First of all, look at his mugshot. That man looks sane to you? Does that man look sane? Look at his eyes. If you can stand to look at him, does he look sane? So this is the third update, according to the Jasmine brand at the time that they wrote the article. So Justin Timberlake is allegedly ashamed of the reason that he's been making headlines lately. So as the Jasmine brand previously covered earlier this week, the 43-year-old, he was arrested and charged with 1 count of driving while intoxicated and 2 citations. One for this. When I read this first, it automatically ticked me off, for running a stop sign, and 1 for failure to keep in lane. Do you know that he could have taken somebody's life? How many times have we heard stories where someone was driving home, minding the business that pays them, right? Doing what they were supposed to do, and some idiot like Justin Timber drunk comes flying through a red light or flying through a stop sign, and then it becomes fatal. And the innocent person is either severely injured or worse, and the drunkard is able to stagger away unharmed. When I saw that he ran the stop sign, immediately ticked me off. So JT has remained quiet about the incident. However, his attorney did claim in a release statement, quote, "We look forward to vigorously defending Mr. Timberlake against these allegations. He will have a lot to say at the appropriate time," end quote. Now, despite his silence, an insider shared with another publication that Justin Timberlake is feeling remorseful, ashamed, and humiliated. According to the source, he also feels accountable. Well, why he can't say that? They continued, noting JT does not believe he needs help when it comes to alcohol, but sees the incident as a major lapse in judgment. You saying that you don't believe that you need help and this is a major lapse in judgment totally negates your claims, or these claims of you feeling accountable and feeling remorseful. So which one is it, sir? Lapse of judgment? That's an understatement. They added, he does his best to set a positive example for himself, his family, and the public, and will continue to try to learn and grow. He is taking this seriously and recognizes how it can impact his family dynamic as a husband and father, and his fans too. So then go to rehab, go to a couple of classes, go to counseling, and prove to the people that you are indeed remorseful. This ain't no lapse in judgment. Now, let me tell y'all something. Rightfully so, Tiffany Haddish was torn to shreds online, you know, in the court of public opinion. Rightfully so, because of her, I think more than one driving under the influence. She was arrested, then she was seen driving again. She blacked out when she was behind the wheel or something like that. Keep that same energy for Timberlake. So, as previously reported, Tuesday morning, June 18th, JT was arrested. Justin Timberlake, let me say Justin Timberlake, was arrested and charged with one count of driving while intoxicated and two citations, one for running a stop sign and one for failure to keep in lane. So, this is what the report said, right? Justin Timberlake was operating said vehicle in an intoxicated condition, in that his eyes were bloodshot and glassy. A strong odor of an alcoholic beverage was emanating from his breath. He was unable to divide attention. He had slowed speech. He was unsteady afoot, and he performed poorly on all standardized field sobriety tests. Okay. Um, so yeah, there's that on that. You know, yes, this is the part that ticked me off too. According to his arrest report, right, Justin Timberlake told police who pulled him over, "I had one martini and followed my friends home." So you see, you no accountability. This is all BS. I don't care. He should be prosecuted to the fullest extent. I don't have any sympathy or any remorse for people who are drunk, not well, tipsy. You shouldn't do it at all, but I understand that some people may have a drink, they may drink some water, one drink, and then they wait a little bit until their blood alcohol concentration level lowers below the legal limit. I get all of that, but he failed the damn field sobriety test, smelled like liquor, and his eyes were pink. Okay, so I don't care if you're an entertainer or not. This is reckless. You could have really harmed someone. You want to harm yourself, do it all by yourself. Do what you got to do, but don't possibly take out innocent people too. We've seen too many stories of this happening where innocent people are taken out because somebody chose to be dumb. Okay? Yeah, it definitely is sad that he won't acknowledge that he has a problem and then gonna try to lie and say that you weren't drunk. Mm-mm-mm. Who's next up on the list? Oh, you know, Jonathan Majors, y'all. Now, let me just read the story before I share my thoughts, okay? So this is June 20th. This article came out. Jonathan Majors, he lands his first movie role after his conviction. Okay, got to watch what we say on here. So, news broke that the former Marvel star has landed his first movie role since he was convicted of assault. Okay. The film title Merciless is an independent revenge thriller that's scheduled to start filming in late fall in wherever that's Saskatchewan. Okay. A report from Deadline says that the movie follows a top CIA interrogator who, after the woman he loves is overtaken by a malevolent force, is forced to go even darker to defeat it. All right, whatever. Jonathan Majors, you guys know he was accused and convicted of assault by his ex-girlfriend. Okay, as previously covered in March 2023, the Creed 3 star was arrested on assault, strangulation, and harassment charges for a domestic dispute with his ex-girlfriend that occurred the night before. Jonathan Majors maintained his innocence and even claimed that his ex was the aggressive one in their relationship. I don't like how these articles are written sometimes. Anyway, however, on December 18, 2023, he was found guilty of one count of reckless assault in the third degree and a charge of harassment as a violation. At the end, Majors was sentenced to 52 weeks of a domestic violence intervention program and probation. Okay, the entire ordeal cost him several projects, including his role as Kang the Conqueror for Marvel Studios. He was also dropped by his management and public relations firm. Now, I gave commentary on this too, and I showed the video of him running away from this crazy Wahite woman. Okay, she was getting physical. As far as what exactly happened in their the truck that they were in, because he had a driver, the driver testified and stated that his ex-girlfriend was the aggressor. Jonathan Majors, I think I talked about this last week, did I? Jonathan Majors attempted to sue this woman and his lawsuit was thrown out, and he had a strong case. I don't know why it was thrown out, but whatever. And he basically looks like a woman beater. Now, if you guys remember seeing the footages, okay, you can see that he's attempting to get out of the vehicle that they share because apparently he got a text on his phone. That's what the story says. That's how the story goes. She wanted to see his phone. He wouldn't let her see the phone. She snatched the phone. He tried to get the phone back. I guess whatever, they started tussling. I guess, I'm assuming, we don't know what happened inside the vehicle. You can see him getting out of the car. She's trying to get out or prevent him from leaving. He's putting her back in the car. He takes off running away from her. She chases him. She's in so much danger. She's being strangled allegedly that she takes off running after him. She stops in front of what appears to be a hotel, and she's like looking left and right looking for him, and she comes up upon a group of strangers. They're asking her what happened. She's crying, saying her boyfriend is Jonathan Majors and he hit me. And then you see automatically the people start to defend her. He ends up walking past and she follows him. The man was defending himself from what I seen on the video. And still to this day, people are going to walk around and say that he's a woman beater. And I think that's extremely freaking unfair. Absolutely unfair. And I remember, if I was prepared enough, I would have pulled up the video where I showed the video of, of her and him trying to get away from her. But I'm pretty sure that, you guys seen it. Yeah, she's a trip. Jonathan Majors had scratches all over him. His coat was torn. And he presented this. He was the one that called the cops. He told her, get away from me, leave me alone. He enters back into his apartment only to find her there because she ended up going out with these strangers and partying all night long like a rock star. And she returned back to his apartment, or the apartment that they shared, and she was drunk. He's the one that called the cops on her, and he ended up with the damn assault charge. Only in America. And now he's dating Megan Good, and people have a problem with that too. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Well, he's in a new movie. Hopefully it will do well and it won't be banned. All right, moving along, people. We're doing good on time. We're doing good on time. Okay, did you guys hear about this? This is Shanice. This is Evelyn Lozada's child, her firstborn. Okay, she has 2 kids. She has her daughter and she has a son. So she's pregnant. Okay. Now, there were rumors circulating that it was the rapper The Game's baby. No one's confirming this. No one's denying it. Okay. If it is The Game's baby, I wonder if she is aware of The Game's history. Okay. What do you guys think about little old Shanice being pregnant? This is interesting. And this is a very interesting couple if The Game indeed is the father. Okay. So Shanice basically, she posted to social media that she was pregnant. Evelyn Lozada, she shared the photos of her daughter being pregnant. And she basically just said she's so proud of her. She's happy that she's going to be a grandmother, yada, yada, yada. So many followers left comments asking Shanice to name the father. Why do we do that? Why do we always want to know who the father is or who the mother is? Why do we do that? Is it so that we can pass judgment? And I'm including myself too, I'm curious. I don't go crazy with it, but I was just like, oh, I wonder who's her boyfriend or who the father is. But why do we always want to know? Because we nosy? Anyway, so one person, wanted to know, like, you're pregnant, by who? Someone else said, congratulations, but who is the father? Respectfully. Okay. So Evelyn, she shared the video of her daughter holding her baby bump, and she wrote, happy birthday to my amazing daughter, yada, yada, yada. Then she goes into, Evelyn, that is, talking about how she became a mom at 17, and it was a journey that she and Shanice took together, and, yada, yada. The duo, Shanice did not name who the father is in her social media posts. Sources say that the father is The Game, who is 44 years old. So the duo first linked together in December 2023 after being spotted on a Christmas Eve dinner date at Nobu in Malibu. Okay, well, just because they were on a date doesn't mean anything, right? So Shanice appeared on the OWN network reality show Living with Lozada with her mom for 2 seasons, yada, yada, yada. The game has 3 children from previous relationships. He shares Callie and King with his ex. Remember they had a reality show too? That was a good show. I think Tiffany was the one that was a teacher, right? And she was a little bit older than the game. And Harlem with his ex, Aleska. Over the weekend, the game celebrated Father's Day with his children at the same Noble. He captioned the post, being a father is definitely what I'm best at. So, like I said, the game has yet to comment on Shanice's announcement. Now, if it's the game, listen, she's got to deal with him, not me. Um, I went down memory lane because I remember giving my commentary on this situation. Okay, let's go down memory lane. Okay, this is the Hollywood Reporter. This was back in 2019. The game must pay $7 million in damages after losing the bid for a new trial. Yes, you're reading that right. And I wonder if he did pay this woman because the last time I recall, she was still fighting with him legally in court to get her money. Okay, now these Hollywood Reporter articles are mad long, so let's try to get through this quickly, y'all. Okay, the game must pay 7.1. This is from 2019. I just want to point that out. You see that there? Okay. The game must pay $7.1 million in damages to a reality dating show contestant after a jury in 2016 found him liable for this word right here, okay, in connection with an off-camera date, and an Illinois federal appeals court on Thursday found he doesn't deserve a new trial. Okay, the rapper, whose legal name is Jason Taylor, starred on VH1's Bachelor-esque series She's Got Game. Remember that? He had a reality show. While filming in Chicago in 2015, Taylor took Priscilla Rainey the game took Priscilla Rainey on a date to a sports bar. It wasn't filmed, and she says that see that word right there? He did that to her by repeatedly lifting her skirt and groping her while others in the bar watched. Okay. Rainey confronted him about it on camera, and in August 2015, she sued for this. Do you guys remember this story? I certainly do. All right. So the game did not take the litigation seriously. This is what the circuit judge TK Sykes summarizing the case background. He evaded process, trolled Rainey on social media, dodged a settlement conference, and did not bother to show up at trial. This is the game that they're referencing. His attorney asked for a continuance, but the judge denied that request, dismissing the game's proffered excuse as an elaborate ruse. All right. So ultimately, this was a jury trial. A jury in November 2016 awarded Rainey 1.13 million in compensatory damages and another 6 million in punitive damages. The game moved for a new trial challenging, among other things, the denial of a continuance that the judge told the jury it could assume that the game's absence meant his testimony would have been unfavorable to him, and that the judge allowed the jury to see video of the tour bus confrontation. He alternatively asked the judge to reconsider the damages award. So yeah, he was found guilty. He had to pay up. He was ordered to pay. And I remember the last time I recall checking up on this story. I don't remember if it was probably like 2020, 2021. The woman was still fighting to get her money. So I say all that to say, yikes. Okay? Yikes. So this article is not that bad. Yeah. So she got awarded a lot of money. What say you? Girl, to each their own. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Not gonna lie, I'm usually curious about the father too. Same here. I don't trust any of these dudes. I feel you 1,000%. I'm nosy. I wanted to know. Yeah, we do. We be like, well, who the daddy? The last I heard, or the last I remember she was dating that guy. If you watched Evelyn's show, Living with Lozada, Shanice was dating a guy. He seemed very like buttoned up, very nice guy. I think he was like a Air Force pilot or something, or maybe in business. I don't know. He was very buttoned up. He wasn't like a celebrity or anything like that. But I wonder what happened with them. She seemed to like him, or maybe it was just for the show. But to go from that guy, who knows? He could have been a jerk too. That guy, you never know. People are gonna do what they want to do, but no one is saying anything. And silence sometimes is very, very, very loud, right, y'all? I just had to go down memory lane because I remember that story. Girl. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I don't know. All right. Speaking of the game, did you guys catch Kendrick Lamar's Juneteenth pop out concert? Epic. 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 I have to say, 2024 so far belongs to Kendrick. It may belong to a couple of other people, but Kendrick is setting off 2024 the way it should be set off. There are clips and videos circulating on YouTube from the concert, and Kendrick Lamar is not putting any copyright restrictions on. I think it's on. I don't know if it's for any of his other songs, but I know the song "Not Like Us." There are a couple of YouTubers or people giving commentary and doing reactions, and they're doing it on YouTube and sharing their thoughts and stuff. And Kendrick has removed, like I said, any copyright restrictions, which is extremely dope because you're going to get engagement. People are going to talk about the song. People are going to play the song. It's getting spins, streams. So yeah, and Kendrick is for the people. So this was cool. The 17-time Grammy winner, 17 Grammys, performed at his appropriately labeled show, the Pop Out Ken and Friends at Kia Forum in LA on June 19th. The 3-hour concert, which aired on Amazon Prime Video, featured performances from Tyler the Creator, Steve Lacy, and YG. As for Kendrick Lamar's set, he performed DNA, All Right, Swimming Pools, and Humble. He also reunited with rap supergroup Black Hippie members, Schoolboy Q, J Rock, and AB Soul, who joined him on the stage for an unexpected moment. Dr. Dre, I saw when Dr. Dre came out. Let me just say something about this Dr. Dre situation. I'm not feeling how he's not being pinned to the wall for his abuse allegations. We have to say allegations, you know how that goes. There have been there's more than his ex-wife, Michelle, and then there was another woman who all claimed that Dr. Dre had been physically abusive to them. And the allegations as it pertains to Michelle have been circulating around Hollywood or the music industry, whatever, for many, many years. There are other people who co-signed this. So it's like, and Dr. Dre is still held up in high regard. Like, do y'all care? Like, 1 minute people care about people putting their hands on women, and the next minute you don't. I guess, whatever. Dr. Dre, he did make an appearance and briefly performed before introducing Not Like Us by whispering the first moment of the song, I See Dead People. But first, Kendrick Lamar kicked things off with Euphoria. Yeah, it's good. If you can find it on YouTube, because I found out about it, then I immediately went to Prime Video, and then all I saw was this video ended. And I'm like, well, I want to rewatch it. Nope. Somebody posted it on YouTube. So you definitely can find the entire thing or certain clips. It's worth it. The energy is insane. Anyway, so Euphoria was one of the most popular disses against Drake. Ugh, what a time to be alive. In their recent rap battle, he inserted a new lyric and told Drake, give me Tupac's ring back and I might give you a little respect. Kung Fu Kenny. I love it. So throughout his show, he rapped other disses as the audience sang along to nearly every word, including 616 in LA and Like That. As for his historic Not Like Us this, he did perform this 5 times, and I watched every single minute of it. The energy was insane. Insane, insane, insane. So, Not Like Us proved to be a standout moment for the show as infamous lyrics like OV Ho and Not Like Us trended on X, formerly Twitter, well into Thursday morning, June 20th. J. Cole and Drake also trended on the social media platform. So during his Not Like Us performance, Kendrick was joined by the song's producer, DJ Mustard, as well as YG and Russell Westbrook on the stage. So stars like Rick Ross, who had his own feud with Drake, and LeBron James were also spotted in the audience, as well as Kendrick's fiance, Whitney Alford, and their 2 children. The show brought together Bloods and Crip gang members too. So yeah. Now see, I don't know. Should I play this? I'm not going to. I'm not going. It'll be just my luck that they'll be like, no, you're not like them. So yeah, it's definitely worth it if you're into, hip hop. If you like Kendrick, I do like Kendrick Lamar. Respect Kendrick Lamar, a lot, and he deserves his flowers. He definitely does. All right. I wish they would stop propping up Dr. Dre's. I don't get it. I absolutely don't get it. Did everybody forget? Or not everybody, but did people forget? I guess. Yep. It was definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. 2024 belongs to the truth tellers, Cat Williams and Kendrick. I agree. Definitely. Cat Williams said this was going to be one for the books, didn't he? So shout out to Kendrick Lamar. Good for you. Snoop Dogg had something to say to Kendrick Lamar. He basically declares Kendrick Lamar the king of the West following his pop out show. So let's listen to what Snoop Dogg had to say. Y'all can hear that? And all the homies from the West that stood together, unified, organized. Peace, love. That was beautiful. That was fun to watch. Beautiful to see all of my peoples come together. And J. Dot, you are the king of the West. That's the kind of shit kings do. We unite. We bring our people to the top of the mountain. All right, cool. Yeah, that's great. So, yeah, so he got love. The game had a 14-minute video on Instagram because people were asking why wasn't he at the pop out live event, right? So apparently he is pledging his loyalty to people who are loyal to him. I don't know. I listened for a couple of seconds and then I didn't care anymore. So that's circulating around, that's trending or what have you. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I really didn't care. So shout out to Kendrick Lamar. That was a good show. Hopefully you guys get an opportunity to watch. All right, y'all. I want to know all your thoughts and opinions about this. I felt so bad. I felt so sad when I saw this. So this week, Remy Ma's son was arrested. Okay. If you want to hear the news article from Fox 5 New York, it's in the video that I did when I talked about this. For some reason, I couldn't pull up the news clip again. But yeah, so Remy Ma, she's standing by her son, basically. Her son was arrested and he was charged with first-degree murder. And Remy is saying that, her legal team or their legal team is working to prove his innocence. Oh, dear. So news broke that the 23-year-old and another man, they were arrested for their involvement in an alleged 2021 murder for hire job that occurred in Queens, okay? He was reportedly charged with first-degree murder, 2 counts of weapons possession, and reckless endangerment. So Remy did address the situation in a statement with TMZ. She said that we stand by Jason's innocence and pray that the NYPD will conduct a complete and thorough investigation to reveal the truth. This is undoubtedly a difficult time for my family and me. While we sincerely appreciate the love and support we have received from all of you, we kindly ask for privacy as our legal team works to prove Jason's innocence. She added, as his mother, I want to address this situation personally, but have been strongly advised by his legal counsel not to say anything. As most people in similar situations are informed by their attorneys, due to it being an active case. So the original story goes, the son, he was arrested and charged with what he was charged with. So it is being stated that Remy Ma's son and another man basically took part in taking the life of a man who was 47 years old. I, this is his mugshot. That's Remy's son here, and this is the other gentleman here. It really sucks. It absolutely it has to absolutely positively suck that you work your behind off, right? And you have to go through things, you grow up, you have your own children, and you work hard to provide a life for your children that you never had, or you don't want, a life that you want for your children. You don't want them to be wrapped up in any of stuff like this, put it that way. I just don't know. This is when I saw this, I immediately became so sad. Just for all parties involved. Remy's a mom, of course. This is her son. So she's probably thinking, God knows what she's thinking. But then on the other side, too, the 47-year-old man who lost his life, his family, and, friends, loved ones, and all that good stuff are mourning as well. So it's just sad all around. So I don't know what the heck is going on. There isn't much known. I'm not really listening to any of the, how sometimes people get wind of a story like this, and then there'll be like those little channels or Instagram pages that say, well, I know this person that knows this person that knows this person, and this is what happened. I steered clear of listening to or watching any of those, because you don't want to go down that rabbit hole. You know what I mean? This is just sad all around, because we don't know what happened. We don't know who was not involved. We absolutely don't know. But it just sucks. Someone lost their life, and then people could be going to jail, and that'll shake up the whole family dynamic. It's just the obsession with the hood ish. It's really old. It's really old. I can understand self-defense, people defending themselves, and they're doing what they have to do. But when glorify, and it's in the music, it's in the movies, it's in the TV shows, and I feel like the glorification of this hood life is always geared toward us, if you know what I'm saying. Granted, there are other people who glorify the ghetto violent life or what have you, but the ramifications for those people who don't look like us are significantly different. Theirs is made to look more fabulous. Case in point, Mob Wives. Now, don't get me wrong, I did like Mob Wives. Okay, rest in peace, Big Ange. I did like the show, but you see what I'm saying? Like those type of shows are glorified. Those are considered like high class, sophisticated lives of crime. You know what I'm saying? But when it's us, it's just like, oh, they're savages. They're this, they're that. All of it is just crazy, quite frankly. But this is just really sad. Just really, really, really sad. Because Remy herself, she went to jail, for doing what she did or what have you. She didn't end anyone's life, but she went to jail for what she went to jail for. So, oh boy. And I know Remy probably wants to say a mouthful, but it's best just to not say anything and see how this plays out. Ugh, my goodness. My goodness. If he is guilty, then he should suffer the consequences. Okay. Ah, from one sad story to another. Now, y'all know, if y'all been rocking with me long enough, y'all know how I feel about Auntie Wendy. And I'm sick of this. I'm tired of seeing this with Auntie Wendy. And it just feels like she's never going to be the same. You know how many times I look at some of these news stories or these stories, things that are going on, and I'll be like, dang, what will Wendy Williams say? So apparently, Wendy Williams is being isolated, okay? One of her friends seems to think that she is being pulled away from her family and being isolated. Her closest friend for over 4 decades exclusively revealed to the U.S. Sun that the star no longer felt safe in New York and specifically took issue with her manager leading up to her disappearance from the public eye in May 2023. Now, did you guys watch that? What the heck was it called? Like the documentary? I think I saw some of the first episode. I think there's what, 3 parts? Couldn't even watch on Lifetime, the Lifetime little documentary, docu-series, the 3-part, 2-part. I saw some of the first episode, couldn't watch anymore, didn't watch anymore, didn't even want to hear what happened in the rest of them. It was abso-freaking-lutely sad. Sad as heck, okay? So Wendy's pal, Regina Shell, said that Wendy told me she didn't feel safe in New York anymore, and that was why she had started looking for a place out in LA. She told me that she felt that her manager was not protecting her and she felt she was in peril. This is what the friend is saying. Wendy ended up in LA after calling her publicist, Sean Zanotti, who has since been fired, and to my understanding, that's what they claim after the first episode of that Lifetime documentary aired, and what would later play out on Lifetime's Where's Wendy Williams documentary. She called Sean, and Sean flew out to New York and got Wendy and flew with her back to LA in 24 hours because she believed that Wendy was fearing for her life in New York. This is what Regina said. Regina, who lived with Wendy for the majority of 2022 and spoke to the star several times a day regularly, said that among Wendy's concerns at her home in New York was not having access to food or any support network. She didn't have any food, and she'd ask her guardian to send her breakfast since she didn't have access to her own money and the food wouldn't show up until hours later. Okay, Regina said another unsettling issue was that whenever she had to head back to her home in LA, Wendy would find herself completely alone in New York. When I would leave, she'd be sitting in her apartment by herself. Now, on May 1st, 2023, Regina would unknowingly have what would be her last conversation with her friend, and that brief chat still haunts her. She told me that she was going to lunch with her manager and that she would call me when she got home. But she never got home, and she hasn't called me since. The star's childhood friend said Wendy seemed worried. She sounded concerned in that last phone call. I could feel the vibe, and it was something dark. The former daytime TV host Payne friend then added, I haven't spoken to my friend who I spoke to 5 times a day in over a year now. The U.S. Sun reached out to Wendy's former manager for comment. Wendy was placed in a guardianship in early 2022 while battling myriad health issues, as she remained absent from the Wendy Williams show. Now, after she lost the show due to being absent for the entirety of what would be her final season, Wendy filmed a documentary with Lifetime. Okay, in late February, Lifetime they aired the documentary on the ailing host's life in recent years. With the it was a 4-part series exploring her battle with alcohol, her health and cognitive decline, and the guardianship she has been under since 2022. Wow, 4 parts? I like I said, I only saw some of one. So there was another article that I did read where the friend was basically saying that she was being isolated from her family, and it didn't make any sense to her that her family doesn't have access to her whatsoever. So I'm just, this is just always sad when I talk about Wendy Williams. I mean, I could make a whole bunch of assumptions of what's going on, but I don't even want to go down that road. It's very sad. And that documentary, did you guys, any of you guys, watch all 4 parts? I didn't. I couldn't do it. Mm, mm, mm. That's a good question. Has her son seen her? Probably not. And boy, oh boy, it's really crazy. Her son really caught a raw deal with this whole documentary because he was made out to look like the bad guy. Even when they claimed that her son, even before this documentary aired, remember they were claiming that her son took her credit card and was running up her credit card bill. and they tried to paint him out to be someone that was using Wendy Williams, and mm-mm. It's a damn shame. That son wasn't stealing from his mother. He didn't have to steal from his mother. Wendy Williams gave that her son any and everything that he wanted. It's just sad. The truth is eventually going to come out, though. I wholeheartedly believe that. All right, y'all. Up next, Keke Wyatt. Child, Keke Wyatt got a new man allegedly. Okay, this is according to the Shade Room. Recently Keke Wyatt has been kicking it with a mystery man, okay, who was later identified as Anthony Whitehead. While on live, she answered some questions from fans and said that she's just chilling and having fun when asked about him. She also shared that she no longer has a husband. She was last married to Zachariah Daring. While briefly discussing him with viewers, she said, "Let him choke yo ASS." Keke, if you pop up pregnant, girl, I can't, because you are fertile myrtle. All right, let's listen to what she had to say. Like the head go.
Stop with all that. Okay. Like, I'm out here just chilling. Girl, I can't just chill. Just have fun, just having fun. Chilling. That part. What y'all doing? Where's my husband? Well, I don't have a husband. How about that?
Okay.
Give y'all some advice about relationships. Honey, I ain't got no room to give nobody no kind of nothing. He gonna be your husband. Who gonna be your husband? My ex husband. Good. Go get his. God bless and good night. Let him choke your.
Oh.
Mm.
Choke, right? Girl, what?
Brush up on the bowling. I don't even know how to bowl. Leave me alone. I'm still learning. Yeah.
All right, so that's the man. There's music playing in the background. Who he is? Not too bad, Keke girl. Not too bad. Okay. Who is Anthony Whitehead? Is he somebody famous? So that's the man that she was bowling with. Girl. Somebody said I thought she was starting a church. Yes, I do remember her saying that. What else did they say in the comments? After all them kids, my husband wouldn't be leaving. Okay. I don't even know how many kids she has now, but she does have a lot of children. But by choice, she says she loves being a mother and she loves all of her children. I believe that. But who this mystery man? He fine. That's Keke Orel. Okay. I wonder what happened between her and her husband. That's interesting. I'm sure we will hear about it. All right. Speaking of husband, I'm just so happy. I love this. I love this. Ashanti and Nelly reportedly tied the knot 6 months ago. That's how you do it. I want to know where are all the people who was talking so much trash about Ashanti. Girl, you had a baby before you got married. You spin the block. She's settling. She could do so much better. I know y'all seen some of them comments too. So the Lovebirds reportedly secretly tied the knot months ago. Good for them. Good for them. That's how you do it. So in a recent interview, she said motherhood is something that I have looked forward to, and sharing this with my family, fiance, and loyal fans who have been so supportive of my career is an amazing experience. I love this. Keep people out your business. People were saying some of the most ridiculous things about Ashanti when it was announced that she was pregnant. You know, people were criticizing her And you just never know what people are going through. She seemed elated to be announcing her pregnancy. I think that her and Nelly were still not messing around, but I think that they were working on getting back together longer than we knew, because when they got back together, it just seemed like it just happened so quick, and they just like, kind of like got back together like they never were separate. I think that they were working on their relationship on the low, and I'm here for it. I just believe that they love each other. Um, and I really wish them a long, prosperous, a lifetime marriage. I really do, because you could tell, to me, it appears to me that they really genuinely love each other. And she is so happy to be pregnant um, with his baby. And this is her first child. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Shout out to HFG. Thank you so much. I appreciate that you keep up with these stories, because I stay missing this stuff. That's because I'm nosy. That's all. I'm nosy. Thank you so much for the super chat. I greatly appreciate that. And I appreciate your support, because you are an OG, triple OG. Shout out to you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But yes, Ashanti, I'm happy for you. Nelly, what's Nelly's real name again? Remember, he had a reality show um where he had custody of is it his niece or his niece and nephew, because his sister passed. Remember that, y'all? Anyway, this is I have to end this on a high note. I don't know, I'm just so freaking happy for them. And they could have been married 2 years ago. But yeah, they definitely were working on their relationship. I'm telling you, I believe it. And good for them. They kept certain people out of their relationship, and it worked, so they deserve to be happy, and I don't have anything, I have nothing else to say, but I'm so excited for her. It's gonna be her first child. Oh my gosh, I wish her a healthy pregnancy, a healthy birth. You know, they're all grown up now. They were together for a very long time, and they did have, obviously, they're public figures, so they had a public breakup, and people passed their judgments. We don't know what happened, but kudos to them and good for them. So I had to end it on a happy note. That Wendy story, every time, y'all, every time I see something about Wendy, my heart jumps, because you just think like, what now? So I am so happy for them both. Yes, I really am. She's a sweet girl. She's definitely a sweet girl. And I think they'll be good together. I think they have been getting back together too. Yeah. And I just think that they were just playing it off. So yeah, that's that on that. Congratulations to Ashanti and Nelly. And Nelly, you better do right by that good woman. You better do right by her, boy. Because the public is watching. And you would be a fool to mess this up. You would be. Same thing with you, Ashanti. Even though I don't think Ashanti will mess this up. But yes, y'all. Ooh, we doing. Look at the time. 1 hour and 3 minutes and counting. We did good. I did good. Listen, y'all, I want to thank y'all so much for rocking out with me on a Friday night. You could be anywhere else in the world, but you came to hang out with your girl. Okay. So, you guys who were here in the live, you got to watch this in real time. Okay. This is going to be replayed. Maybe, I don't know if I'll just leave it up or take it down and then put it back up as a premiere. But if you're watching the replay, drop down in the comments and share your thoughts. And don't forget to like the video. All right, y'all, that's all I got. Happy Friday. It's June 21st. I didn't say the date in the beginning of the video. June 21st, 2024. Thank you for all of you who've been watching my videos all week. And then you came to chit chat and have some fun with me. I enjoyed this. This is the second Friday in a row. Okay. Shout out for consistency. So be sure to join us every single Friday. Okay. And hopefully there's no emergency situations. Usually 9 or 9:15 in the 9 o'clock hour. All right. Just come and kick it with us. Have a little fun, do a little chitting and chatting. All right, y'all. That's all I got. Nothing else happened while I was on live. Nothing else jumped off. But yeah, that's all I got. And I ain't got no more. You can tell I don't really want to go, but it's over an hour, and I want the video to be able to be uploaded and processed in time. Okay, y'all, I love you for watching. I hope you have a splendid weekend and a safe weekend. And I will be back on Monday. Unless anything jumps off over the weekend, I'll be back on Monday. Same bat time, same bat channel. All right, I love y'all for watching. And as always, I will talk to you later.